I feel somewhat reassured that I haven't gone off the deep end yet. But I also have been challenged, and that made me aware of potentials for inadequacies, for gaps in my knowledge base or my skill set that I wasn't aware of. And I think with any endeavor like this, there will be opportunities for people to become more conscious, more aware of how they can address these needs and some potential opportunities for them to actually gain brain fitness and develop some new brain.
Hi, I'm Bill, and I'm in my early 70s. I look ahead at my friends who are maybe 10 years ahead of me, and a lot of them struggle with memory issues. And it's nice to have a strategy to deal with that and find out what works to keep our minds going. And it can be a lot of fun too. So this class has been helpful in developing a focus and how and what works and what doesn't work in terms of looking forward to the next 10 or 20 years.
I had a brain scan last year, and the results were that it was normal for my age. So then I wondered, well, what does that mean? So the brain class has shown me where I am missing and have to kind of ramp up that. Uh, I don't know what I want to call it, but ramp it up a little bit. But another thing I really enjoyed from this, because having to read aloud one day a week, or once a day, um, I've been reading the science part of the paper, and that's really expanded my knowledge base on science, which has been a good thing.
I enjoy this class. For one thing, all the puzzles and games, but one thing that I have gotten from this is describing things to people. Because I remember one of the activities that we did was to describe this coastal scene, and everything seemed to be left out except the red roof and the waterfront. Anyway, the descriptions were not great. So now I've learned to, when I look at something, to look at the whole picture, the people, the flowers, the bugs, the snakes, whatever's in the picture. And then I can, vocalize that to whoever I'm trying to describe that to. Anyway, that's one thing I've learned. And another thing, my shopping list, I usually write it down, but if I don't, I try to make it in my mind. I go to the store more often this way, but I try to keep it in my mind what I want by.
So I work basically as a fix-it person and creating ideas to come up with things. And so in class, when we have um, a, a puzzle to find the pattern that's in blocks and stuff, I can come up with a pattern. But when it comes to remembering a line of blocks, the different colors, it really puzzles me.